Variance and standard deviation for grouped data. In this video we are going to discuss how to find variance and standard deviation of grouped data. Both variance and standard deviation are measures of dispersion that take into account the spread of data so as to find meaning. Variance quantifies how much the values in a dataset differ from the mean. A higher variance indicates that the data points are more spread out from the mean. The standard deviation is defined as the square root of variance, and it is a measure of how spread out numbers are. We will use the following example so as to help you understand how to find the variance and standard deviation for grouped data. The data below shows scores of students obtained from a statistics quiz. Find the variance and standard deviation. First and foremost, we need to know the formula for finding variance and standard deviation for grouped data. This is the formula that we use to find variance of grouped data. In words, we take the deviation of each score from the mean, square the difference, multiply with the frequency, sum the results, divided by the number of cases subtracted by 1. To find standard deviation, this is the formula. It is simply the square root of variance. From the formulas, S stands for standard deviation, S squared is variance, F stands for frequency, X for the midpoints, bar X stands for mean, and N is the number of observations. If we are to get the correct answer, it is essential that operations be carried out in order. From the formula you can easily know the columns that should be in your table. From the formula we have X for midpoints and bar X for the mean. Therefore we must establish the mean of the distribution. The formula for establishing the mean of grouped data is given as follows. In words, frequency is multiplied by midpoints, then summed up, then divided by the sum of frequencies. Therefore we have to come up with a column of midpoints and a column of the frequencies multiplied by midpoints. The total sum of frequencies multiplied by midpoints is 246. The total sum of frequencies is 15. We are going to divide 246 by 15 in order to find the mean. The mean of the distribution is therefore 16.4. I will go ahead and add a column of the mean on my table. From our formula we also have the mean subtracted from midpoints, X. We are therefore going to add a column of this. Also notice that from our formula the result of the mean subtracted from midpoints is squared. We are also going to add a column of this. From the numerator of our formula we are getting the sum of midpoints subtracted from the mean multiplied by frequencies. Therefore we need to make a column of this and find the sum. The sum is 165.6. We can now go ahead and start replacing values from our table to the formula. Recall that the formula of variance is this. After performing the operation, the variance is 11.829. Standard deviation is the square root of variance.